Have you ever been in a position to impact someone's life, whether it be as a coach or on your job or just somebody that needed help? But in the back of your mind, you're thinking, maybe I'm not as qualified to help as I thought. Or maybe you're thinking, there's people that are way more skilled than I am in order to help this person. Or maybe you're thinking, am I going to look like a fraud because I don't have all the answers? Well, if this sounds familiar, then you're likely grappling with imposter syndrome. And I promise you, you're not alone. So today, we're tackling imposter syndrome head on and exploring the powerful effect that it has on our lives and discovering how to overcome it so that you can break free of self-doubt and unlock your full potential. Hi, I'm Ryan Johnson from coachingoverflow.co, the place where we pour into the lives of impact-driven coaches so that you can feel happy, healthy, and wealthy, and then overflow into the lives of your clients. Now, today we're going to talk about imposter syndrome, which is something that every one of us has dealt with, is currently facing, or will surely encounter at some point. Now, imposter syndrome is a psychological phenomenon in which you experience persistent self-doubt and the fear of being exposed as a fraud, despite clear evidence of your skills, competence, and achievements. Now, when you're dealing with imposter syndrome, you often feel that success is undeserved, and you often give credit to being lucky or external factors rather than your own abilities. Now, this can lead to feelings of anxiety, low self-esteem, and the constant fear of being found out or criticized. And so as a result, you often stop short of fully embracing your accomplishments. You limit your potential, and your ability to help people is severely impacted. So now, imposter syndrome is basically a sneaky thief of confidence that many of us face in our personal and our professional lives every single day. So stick around to the end of this video, and I promise you that you're going to learn a simple but powerful way to counteract imposter syndrome so that you can start showing up more confidently. Now, here's the thing. Imposter syndrome doesn't show up the same in everybody. So according to Dr. Valerie Young, the co-founder of the Impostor Syndrome Institute, there are 5 ways it can appear in our lives. So listen closely and see if any of these describe you. So first off, there's the perfectionist. Now, if you're a perfectionist, you set extremely high standards for yourself and you're rarely satisfied with your performance. And you often focus on your flaws and mistakes instead of your successes. So when you fall short of your own expectations, you experience intense self-doubt and worry about being exposed as a fraud. Now next, there's the Superman or Superwoman. And this is if you feel like you have to work harder and longer than others to prove your worth. And you often take on too many tasks and push yourself to the point of burnout. You believe that you must excel in all aspects of life, whether it be work, family, or personal relationships, in order to be considered successful. And any sign of struggle is seen as a sign of weakness or fraudulence. Then you have the natural genius. Now, you're a natural genius if you set very high expectations for yourself and believe that you should be able to grasp new concepts and skills quickly and effortlessly. And when you face challenges or struggle to learn something, you feel inadequate and you question your intelligence. And you often compare yourself to others who seem to just get it faster. And sometimes you worry that you just don't belong. Then there's the soloist. Now, you're a soloist if you believe that you must accomplish tasks independently in order to prove your worth. So you have a hard time asking for help, even when you need it, and you view collaboration as a sign of weakness or incompetence. So you may also worry that seeking assistance will reveal your perceived inadequacies to others. Then there's the expert. Now, you're an expert if you feel like you gotta know everything that there is about a subject or field in order to be considered competent. And you constantly seek out new information and certifications, fearing that any gaps in your knowledge is going to expose you as a fraud. Now, you might also avoid taking on new challenges or opportunities due to worries about not being knowledgeable or experienced enough. So as you can see, imposter syndrome can show up in different disguises. So for me personally, I know that at different times I've struggled with being a perfectionist and a soloist. So what about you? What type of imposter syndrome have you struggled with? Share it in the comments below. So, why is imposter syndrome such a common issue that we all face? I mean, what's the thing behind the thing? Well, the root cause is often that we undervalue ourselves and underestimate our impact on the lives of the people that we serve. Now, there's 3 common ways that this shows up in our lives. So first off, discrediting our expertise and knowledge. So when we're dealing with imposter syndrome, we tend to downplay our own expertise, accomplishments, and abilities, and we might believe that we're not as knowledgeable or as skilled as others perceive us to be. And we may even question the value of our own experiences and qualifications. So this can lead to constant states of self-doubt, preventing us from fully acknowledging and leveraging the experiences and expertise that we actually have. Secondly, we minimize the importance of our role. So another way that we undervalue ourselves is minimizing the significance of our role in the lives of the people that we serve. And we might believe that our contributions aren't essential or that people could easily find someone else to fill our shoes. Now, this mindset can make us feel replaceable or insignificant and prevent us from recognizing the unique value that we bring to the people that we serve and the important impact that we have in their lives. And then third, we focus on what we lack instead of what we offer. Now, this was big. So when imposter syndrome takes hold, we often concentrate on our perceived shortcomings and weaknesses rather than the strengths and the skills that we bring to the table. Now, this can result in negative self-talk that overshadows our accomplishments and our abilities. And by fixating on our perceived inadequacies, we risk losing sight of the value that we bring to people, and this can hinder our ability to create meaningful connections and deliver impactful results. Now, overcoming these self-limiting beliefs is critical because the consequences if you continue to undervalue your impact include diminished confidence, which may affect your performance, your decision-making, and your assertiveness. And this lack of confidence can be sensed by clients, potentially causing them to question your competence and the value that you provide. And it can hinder client relationships because, think about it, when you don't fully believe in your own capabilities, it's difficult to effectively communicate your value and create a sense of credibility. And this can lead to people perceiving you as less capable or committed, which may weaken their trust in your guidance and support. And finally, undervaluing your impact can limit your professional growth because you'll be less likely to take on new challenges, pursue further education, or seek out networking opportunities because of self-doubt and fears of being exposed as a fraud. Okay, now remember I promised you that I'd share a simple but powerful tool to counteract imposter syndrome. So here it is. To overcome imposter syndrome, it's essential to shift your focus away from your own perceived inadequacies and instead concentrate on the needs, goals, and aspirations of your clients. In other words, when you're thinking about all the reasons that you're not good enough or equipped, it's really putting the focus on yourself instead of who you want to help. But the more you focus on pouring into the lives of the people that you want to serve, the quieter that nagging, insecure voice in your head becomes. Philippians 2:3-4 says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility consider others as more important than yourselves. Everyone should look not to his own interests, but rather to the interests of others." See, when we focus on our own doubts and perceived shortcomings, we've actually shifted the focus off of the people that we want to serve and back on ourselves. And that's going to limit our impact. But when you consistently show up and deliver value, you actually establish yourself as a trustworthy professional. See, people are more likely to rely on you for guidance and support, knowing that you have their best interests at heart and that you're committed to helping them achieve their goals. And by consistently providing value and maintaining a strong commitment to your clients, you demonstrate your dedication to their success. And this helps to cement your role as a valuable resource and partner in their journey, which in turn adds rocket fuel to your confidence and your own abilities and your impact. And finally, concentrating on the positive impact that you have on your clients actually allows you to better recognize and appreciate your own worth. See, by consistently reminding yourself of the tangible benefits that you bring to your clients, you can start to overcome self-doubt and build a stronger belief in your capabilities. So again, by shifting your focus from yourself and onto the people that you serve, and then consistently delivering value, you can actually build stronger relationships, boost your confidence, and operate from your limitless potential. And remember, you're not alone in the struggle with imposter syndrome, and you have the power to overcome it. So embrace your worth, Focus on the unique value that only you can bring to your clients. Because regardless of how many people do what you do, there's only one you, and you're uniquely made and one of a kind. And the people that you serve recognize this, and so should you. So now, if this video brought any value to you, I would be so grateful if you'd like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to share them below, because I love to hear from you and continue the conversation. So until next time, keep pouring into your life so you can overflow into others.